Hello, welcome. This is the tarots for the weekend. It's all signs of the zodiac, so if you know your astrology chart, then you know you might resonate with a few of the messages. If you want to book in for a reading, you're very welcome. Just contact me, all my details are below. Today I'm going to use this lovely deck for our relationship message. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. I usually forget to say that, but if you give it a thumbs up, it gets out across YouTube a bit more. I hope you're doing okay wherever you are on Gaia. It's not easy living in this matrix. I always say that as well. If you do resonate with this channel, we're part of a soul family, really. It means that we're basically on a similar vibration. And the vibration we're on is evolving, okay? So as a soul family, we're really evolving in this lifetime to break out of our sort of lower energies that we brought into this incarnation with us, our sort of like karmic patterns, if you like, and just shed out as much karma as we can. And that means that we can basically be our true nature, get back to this beautiful light that we are inside. And it's quite a gradual process. It's a very gradual process, and it's triggering because you've got to trigger all that karma out. So that's why this matrix is so triggering, in case you're wondering. You probably know that. Yeah, I'm just sending you lots of love, really, wherever you are on Gaia, whatever you're dealing with at this time. You've got my love and support. And, you know, we use the tarot to connect with Spirit, to see what messages Spirit's got for us to help us on our journey. So we're very grateful for that. And, yeah, we'll just go into the messages, really. I'll just get my little notes out. Just helps me remember where I am. With the readings, yeah, we'll go into it. So I'm drinking, I've got a vanilla latte at the moment in my little sort of morbid cup. So yeah, let's go into it. I don't know what else to say, really. It's very dark here. It's sort of like raining and it's really dark, but hopefully the light's okay. So yeah, let's see what we get. So we go into Taurus first. Okay, Taurus then for the weekend. Let's see what we get. Okay, Taurus. You've got the Union card, that's lovely. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. Okay, so there's some sort of union going on for Taurus at this time. And it just basically means that you're unifying with yourself, with Spirit, so that you are unifying with your light. And then that will reflect out into your relationships, and you might notice that some relationships are growing stronger at this time, more depth, okay? So, and definitely the relationship with yourself, with Spirit, you know, so there could be some synchronicities happening in your life at this time. Okay, so you've been celebrating lately. It's like a small celebration. It's like a little mini celebration that's been going on for you, because you've been having some real breakthroughs and some really it's like an exciting feeling, you know. It's like, wow, this is getting exciting now in my life, you know. And you've got the Queen of Cups, which is fantastic, because the Queen of Cups really does unify with herself. Doesn't matter what gender or sexuality you are. It's a card that represents like the High Priestess, being much more in tune with yourself and more at peace with yourself. And it's a very attractive energy as well. So you're being more true to yourself. And the energies you're coming into contact with People around you are starting to see more clearly, or there could be a situation in your life that is becoming more clear to you. And that's great. You can see things more clearly. You can see this situation or this relationship more clearly. Also, there's an empowered energy as well around you. So you might notice that people around you are more empowered, able to face their truth, able to deal with things in a more effective, efficient way. And if there's a situation in your life that's been confusing or difficult or sad, it really does look like over the next few days that is going to start clearing up, and this situation is going to start making more sense, and you're going to feel more empowered with it. And it does look like you're moving towards more unified relationship. Let's see what your person is sort of thinking deep down. We will be together again is the message. So it's really a message of union here, repeating through the whole message for Taurus. You know, there's a strong chance here that a situation or a relationship that has been confusing, maybe depressing you, is starting now to come to light, and it's going to start clearing up, and something is coming together for you, okay? So it's really beautiful, and it's happening because you've really got in touch with yourself, your true self. And your spirit guides are advising you to be very gentle with yourself. And the water energy is just so like flowy. And they do say in the Tao that the most gentle energy is like water, and that really is the most powerful energy there is in the universe. So Spirit is basically showing that Taurus, honestly, the next few days, things are really coming together for you more and more. Feeling more peaceful, feeling more natural. And something in your reality is starting to clear up, start to make more sense. You know, there's some kind of feeling of something coming together for you, either a relationship or a situation in your life. So if that's what you've been wanting, this is confirmation that this is really starting to happen for you now. And the next few days, it's almost like you're starting to enjoy the journey more. Okay, so that is the message for Taurus. And we're going to go into Virgo next. See what we get for Virgo. Virgo for the next few days, for the weekend. Receptive. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. Now, in the higher spiritual paths of consciousness, it's all about allowing. It's all about being open to the divine plan. And allowing that to flow through your life. So that is a really good card to get. It basically means that if you've been realising not to force things, you know, like not to push things, that is absolutely the right thing. Okay? Because things are starting to take shape very nicely for you. And all you've got to do is just keep being ready to receive and being receptive, you know, to what's unfolding. It does take patience, I know. But, you know, you are the Hermit card. Virgo is the Hermit card in the tarot. So you've definitely got the ability to be patient and to observe. And when you do that, you really are in your highest alignment. Now, recently you have noticed that you've got yourself into a better position. You're in a much better position than you were previously. Really now it's a time of progress. It's a time of just taking the appropriate actions because you've already identified the path. You've got the Hierophant card, which is about commitment. You know, that is commitment to the highest truth, commitment to yourself, commitment to your journey, and commitment to staying in the highest vibration you can. So you're really, the next few days and the weekends, Virgo, you are really in the right vibration, the high vibration to receive what it is you would like, or what it is that's in alignment for you. Let's see what's going on with your external reality. Oh, you've got 3 cards. Okay, so your external reality has been quite confusing recently. You had the Moon card, and it could have been very triggering for you. It was like completely unknown, probably very confusing, and it could have got you a bit triggered, like feeling a little bit down or frustrated. But what you've got here is the Tower. Spirit is saying to you at this time that in your external reality, to do with either relationships or a particular situation in your life, it's all about truth, you know, and as sometimes that is really hard, you know. That's why the Tower is the Tower, you know. It's a hard card, but it's also a very empowering card because it's all about truth and authenticity. So something in your life that was confusing is starting to come more into its truth. And the best thing is you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn the next few days. This is predestined, okay? What's happening in your life at this current time is predestined. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt choices you've made, because it is happening as per the divine plan. And you've basically been cultivating the right sort of vibration in your life, or the right situations in your life. And now it looks like things are going to start going more in your favour. If it's to do with a relationship, there could have been a relationship that was very confusing, or your love life could have been very confusing. But where you've sort of really committed to your higher self, you know, everything is starting to come into truth. And there may have been a sense of sort of like waiting, or, you know, thinking like, when's things going to move forward for me? Well, things are going to be moving forward for you very soon. And, you know, like a relationship could start moving forward in a really nice direction now. There is somebody who thinks about you deep down, and they say, I replay our conversations over and over. Okay, so there is somebody here thinking about you, or destined to sort of meet you. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Friendship. Lovely. Okay, so something's really coming together for you. Something is coming into this beautiful vibration. Friendship is supposed to be one of the most, well, it's basically the most pure type of connection we can have, you know. And when you cultivate that, that is the best thing you can do. So Spirit is supporting you to be your own friend, and also saying that friendship is coming into your life more and more. Something is coming into truth, and something is now going to start going in your favour with the Wheel of Fortune card. It's like a new beginning for you. So, you know, money could also start looking good for you as well. But it's all based off the fact that this situation that was really confusing had to come into truth. And that may have been quite an uncomfortable process. It usually is. The Tower card usually is an uncomfortable process, but it's also very liberating because it's all about authenticity. So next few days for Virgo look good. The weekend looks good. You're doing the right thing. It's confirmation that by being receptive and just kind of staying open rather than pushing things is definitely the right way forward. So see what happens there. Okay, so we're going to go into Capricorn next. Okay, so Capricorn for the next few days for the weekend. And you've got the card Temptation. Think carefully about the situation. Okay, so temptations are desires. They are the vasanas. Okay, and the vasanas are kind of what takes us out into the outside world, and they take us further away from spirit. Okay, so it's a cheeky thing that our ego does when it keeps wanting us to go into temptation. Sometimes it's uncontrollable, and that's probably, it's predestined that we have to go through these experiences. But yeah, if you feel like you've been tempted lately, Spirit knows that that's a process that you're experiencing. And Spirit is just kind of asking you to slow down. And then you create that space for Spirit to enter and to bring you the answer of whether you should be doing something or not. Let's have a look what else is going on for you, Capricorn. Okay, you've recently gone through a transformation. Okay, you've got the Death card. So there may have been an ending to the way that you were doing things. And you've also got the Empress for the next few days, for the weekend, which shows a new beginning. So it's quite amazing, really. You are at a crossroads. You know, you're at a crossroads and you're about to step forward. And you're about to step forward a lot more empowered than what you were before. You know your value, you know your worth, you're more grounded, you know, and you've got the ability to be patient, which is fantastic because, like I said, the more space we create, we actually allow Spirit to bring us what is really rightfully meant for us, rather than rushing into temptations. Although I have to admit, it's not easy, you know, and we're all part of the same soul family. So, you know, that is something that we do have to deal with in this soul family, is our temptations, and that can be testing. But you're more empowered now. You're more able to be mature and wait to see, is this something I really want to get tempted into or not? And then you let Spirit, it's like co-creating with Spirit to see if it should happen or not. So let's see what else we're getting here for your external reality. You've been very well protected, okay? You have got here the King of Cups. It's like someone in Spirit has been sort of protecting you and looking after you, all right? They're obviously aware that you've been going through a very big transformation in your life, and you've been well protected through this transformation. You're about to come out of that transformation, like I said, with that Empress card, much more in your maturity, spiritual maturity. Now, basically what Spirit is showing is something is going to come into fruition for you longer term, and it may require a bit of patience, but it's going to be well worth it. Now, if this is to do with a relationship, it does feel like there is a genuine connection here between you and somebody. And your person may sometimes get a bit fed up. Perhaps they suffer with temptations as well. But it looks like this person is here for the long term, okay? And they're being encouraged to stay in a good energy as well. This person's definitely being encouraged by Spirit to stay in a good energy. And if they do that, they're going to achieve a lot. Somebody's saying here, I wish things could be different. Okay, so we'll see what your Spirit guides are. See what your Spirit guides are supporting you with. You've got the card here, Inner Knowing. Okay, so Spirit is empowering you at this time, Capricorn, to know that your intuitions are right. And I think you intuitively do know that this transformation is massive. I mean, you've got two major arcana cards here with the Death and the Empress. So that is, you know, a major transformation. It's massive what's going on in your life at the moment. And when you're going through these massive sort of transformations, the slower and the more gradual you do them, the better. Because that way, you know, you're staying rooted in Spirit, rather than getting drawn into the ego or temptations, and then maybe kind of wasting your time in a way. So there's definitely something going on between a situation in your life which needs to be patient and gradual, or a person that needs to be patient and gradual, but also with you as well. But you've got the maturity now to do that, whereas previously you might not have done. And I think deep down you know, because someone in spirit is trying to help you to have confidence that your intuitions are right. Okay, so an interesting message there for Capricorn. Sorry about that. Literally every time I go to record a video, the builders start back up. It's not too loud because they're 2 floors down, but it does make me laugh because it's literally, I don't even record that many videos a week, like 3 a week, and every time I go to do it, they start up. Okay, let's go into the star. Well, the star is Aquarius, sorry. I've got all the zodiacs and the tarots written down. And Aquarius is the star. So it's all about your alignment. When you're in your alignment, you're shining, Aquarius. Let's see what you get for your relationship card. Well, you've got 1111, and that's a confirmation about being on the right path. It's an important number for twin flames. It symbolises the harmony and the balance of soul counterparts. Okay, something in your life is finally coming into the correct path, the correct alignment. Okay, so whatever you've been dealing with lately, that is confirmation that it is finally coming together. Let's see what else is going on for you here. Ooh, okay, you've got the Knight of Cups. That just fell down. Hang on a sec. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups means that you have recently arrived. Okay, it's an arrival. You are loving yourself more, you are loving your life more, you've probably made some really good spiritual discoveries about yourself. So let's see what else we're getting. Hang on a sec. I'm getting confused because I can hear that noise, I'm sorry. It's the builders again. 5 of Wands, okay. There is some kind of struggle. There may be something you're sort of struggling with, but this is something that can be overcome. It could be a struggle, or it could be competition that's coming in here with the 5 of Wands, okay? You could even feel slightly conflicted at times. Try to step away from that, because you don't have to worry about any conflicts that you might feel. Spirit, there's no conflicts in spirit, and spirit knows exactly what's meant for you. And they're saying you are on the right path now. So don't allow doubts over the weekend to kind of enter your mind. Just shut the door on them, and just stay focused on spirit, stay focused on your alignment, stay focused on high positive energy, because you can overcome this. It's like a blip and it happens to me all the time, because where we're rising, we're trying to rise out of the old identity that wasn't really us, okay? And so you are rising, you have arrived, it's all confirmation. So don't allow any doubts to sort of put you off. Let's see what message we're getting for your person, or whatever's going on in your external reality. Okay, there's a situation here where somebody may have walked away from you. They may have almost like thrown an opportunity in your face. It was like, oh, I don't want it. Not very nice energy that you had to deal with there, but things are now moving into the light, okay? Things are progressing for you really nicely in your external reality, and I think friendships, relationships coming more into light now. You might not exactly have it right here, but it's coming closer. You know, that's what the cards are saying, it's coming closer to you. So like I said, as long as you stay vibrationally aligned to consciousness, it's all moving in the right direction for you now. Somebody is saying, I don't react when people mention you. So I do think somebody has been triggered. I think somebody realises they made a mistake. Okay, now your person could be rethinking things and gravitating back towards you over the next few days. That is possible. Or it could be that you're leaving one situation that was just not right, and you're now attracting a much higher vibrational situation here. But something is definitely turning around here for Aquarius. I can see that in these cards. The next few days, something is coming much more into the light. So don't doubt yourself on that, you know, for the next few days. Don't doubt yourself. Your spirit guides are supporting you with your feelings as well. All right. So it's a very peaceful energy that's really happening for you. But it may be at times that the feelings are bubbling up. That is just how the Matrix tests us. That is just how Samsara tests us, you know. But I feel, Aquarius, you are the star. You do know your alignment. You have arrived recently in your life and you're on point. So don't let anything wobble you at this time, because something is definitely turning around from that type of energy and it's definitely moving towards the light, okay? So that is the message for Aquarius. So we're going to go into Gemini next. Just have a bit more of my drink. Okay. Let's go into Gemini. Gemini for the next few days for the weekend. What do we get? Receptive. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. So that is confirmation that you don't need to push anything, you don't need to force anything, and you don't need to hurry anything up. You are now in a receptive state. And that's all we have to do. That's really the true spiritual work. It's about removing the false self and allowing the true self to be revealed. You know, it's removing anything from your life that is not really in alignment and allowing what is in alignment to be revealed. You see, and that's what you're doing the next few days. This is all predestined as well. Whatever you're going through in your life at this time is predestined. It was always going to happen this way, and you might think, oh my God, Kerry, you know, why? But it has been predestined, okay? And we've got confirmation of that. Look at this card. This is the destiny card in the deck, isn't it? The Wheel of Fortune. That does mean destiny. So I've already said it, but I am going to say it again because Tarot is saying it again. This is predestined, what you are going through in your life right now. And, you know, people can try to fight destiny. They can try to delay it, but ultimately it never really works, because whatever is meant for you is going to happen regardless of what you may have thought, or even regardless of what other people may think. Okay, now you have got the Two of Pentacles, which means that you are trying to come into a better, healthier balance the next few days and over the weekend. You may feel at times that you're a bit undecided. I don't think you should worry about being undecided. Again, it's a bit similar to a couple of the other signs. It's because as a soul family, we're all working on very similar things, but basically, try not to allow your mind over the next few days to make you get confused or make you keep being indecisive, like, should I go this way or should I go that way? Don't worry, because Spirit is saying that you are going through something that fate has already planned for you. So it's going to unfold. It's going to reveal itself. Let's see what's going on in your external reality, although we have got a bit of a good idea anyway. Let's see what we get. Right, beautiful, beautiful energy. There's somebody connected to you that is really empowering themselves at this time. They've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's a singular energy, but it's an energy of somebody who's very abundant, who's very sort of like grounded in themselves. They're celebrating themselves. And they've got the Ace of Pentacles, which means accepting an opportunity. This is a golden opportunity for this person to really grow now. And that could be somebody that's connected to you. If you're just thinking about a situation in your life, I want to say a situation has a very good solid foundation now, and it's going to keep growing. So again, all you've got to do is keep being receptive and not force or hurry anything up, because it's going to keep growing now. Let's have a look at what your person is thinking. I can't stop thinking about you. So your situation is meant for you. It's meant for you and it's aligned, and that's why it's happening, you see. So you don't need to second guess it or overanalyze it, because something here in your life is happening, it's predestined, and it's absolutely meant for you. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. In the knowing, they're helping you to be more intuitive and to co-create with spirit. So you will find it getting easier and easier to just relax and just go with one day at a time. You're going to find it easier and easier, and you're going to find that you don't really need to overanalyze things, and you're just actually coming into more of a balance, you know. And the more balanced our energy is, we're even more co-creating with spirit, because the balanced energy is what opens us up to spirit. So something amazing is happening for Gemini the next few days, over the weekend, and it's really beautiful. This is now an opportunity for things for you to just keep growing. And if some of you are looking at, you know, like your money situation or your health, again, that is all going to start improving now. Okay, we will go into Libra. I'm just going to take a bit more of my drink. I'm just trying to ignore the building noise. It's so like, I know I'm being tested by spirit. We're all being tested by spirit in this soul family to stay in our highest vibrational alignment, whatever is going on in that matrix. And we're coming more into our mastery over this. It's getting easier for us to stay centered, even when there's chaos around us, you know. So it's our spiritual maturity happening. So Libra, take time out to explore the deep emotions that you are experiencing. Okay, so this is kind of what Spirit's got you working on at the moment. If you feel a bit frustrated, or I don't know, you could feel anything, that things are not progressing as quickly as you'd like, it's just because Spirit is trying to get you more in touch with your true self. You know, and that is actually more important, because everything stems in your life from your true self. So don't worry, or maybe you're not worried, but it's just nice to have the confirmation that, you know, you are doing the right thing, to slow things down, to connect with yourself, because ultimately that is where your life flows from. Let's see what else Spirit is saying here for Libra. Okay, so you did feel stuck for quite some time. There were certain things that you couldn't see. And I don't know if for some of you, it might have been that you didn't want to see those things, or for some of you, you just didn't have the information. But what's going on here is you've got the Hierophant card. You've really committed yourself to the truth. You've committed yourself to Spirit. And so Spirit is kind of coming closer to you now and helping reveal things to you. So for Libra, it's a very enlightening time. It's a time for you whereby you are starting to realise so many things, and it's going to help bring you more peace. It's going to help you understand yourself. It's going to help you understand your life. And you're not feeling stuck anymore. This is quite recent, okay? So the energy around you is very abundant. If you've got Gemini in your chart, it might be worth looking at the Gemini reading, because these are the same cards that came out for Gemini. There's somebody connected to you who is single, but they are in a good energy. They're building themselves up. They're building up their life. They're building up their abundance levels. This isn't a time where your person's going to keep growing. This is like a move towards the positive. This is a move towards the higher vibration, which is lovely. Now, if it's a situation in your life, I want to say that this situation has a nice solid foundation, and it's going to really start growing now. So get ready, because you're going to see great things. It's a real time of progress. Now, there is a situation or a person that's very aligned for you. You've got the card here I can't stop thinking about you. So if it's a person, they may be very focused on their work or their purpose, but they do think about you a lot. If it's a situation, I'm telling you now, there is a very nice situation here for you happening, and it is really going to start growing now, and it is absolutely aligned for you. So, you know, so much is being revealed to Libra at this time, and the next few days should be really good for you. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Awareness, okay? So you've got the card awareness, and your spirit guides are raising your awareness. And I've already said that in the reading, so it's just beautiful confirmation from spirit, really, about your, you know, in this soul family as Libras, we are getting a higher state of consciousness whereby we can now see things that we couldn't see before. And we may receive information, more information even, to confirm things that we may have felt we knew, but we just weren't fully able to see it, okay? So it's a time of discovery, and that's why there's no rush, because this is such a recent change for Libra, from being very stuck and not being able to see clearly to now things starting to make more sense, you know? And it's the beginning of growth. So it looks really good, and Spirit is supporting you really very closely with this. So it'd be easy, it's going to be easier for you to deal with difficult situations because you've now got a higher state of awareness. Do you see what I mean? So you don't, it's not so easy for you to get pulled into lower vibrational reactions because you've got a higher awareness, and Spirit is coming closer to support you with that. So everything's unfolding beautifully for you, and the next few days I think you're going to see more and more of that happening, and you could receive a nice opportunity over the next few days over the weekend. Okay, so we're going to go into Leo next. Oh dear, I'll be so glad when this building work is done. It's so nearly at the end. And how they keep finding more jobs to do, I don't know. But there we go. You know, we're a soul family, and this is all part of the reading. So, you know, there is a lot we're still working on every day. But look at the progress we're making. Massive if you compare it to, say, 2 or 3 years ago. Even a year ago, we've made massive progress. So we're all working really hard in this soul family. So for Leo then, you've got boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important, okay? So I think the dog's going to start barking. Gilbert, it's his friend Teddy, who's our neighbour. No, darling, Gilbert. Right, Leo, boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. It's all about knowing yourself. That's what boundaries come down to. When you don't know yourself, you don't have boundaries. But the more you get to know your true self, boundaries are just a natural thing that arise out of you. So now you've had to do a lot of purging, and you went through heartbreak or you went through grief. You may have been very disappointed about something, but it was helping you, because we all hold this karmic energy around us, and we are the divine light inside. So we have to, unfortunately, we have to get triggered to clear all that old karmic stuff out so we can really reveal our true nature and the true life that we want. So that's what's happening, and you are now cultivating a very good vision. You've come through the hard times, you've come through the pain, and you've come out onto the other side. You may not be fully relaxed yet, okay, but you have got a very strong vision, and no one's going to mess with your vision, okay? You're very empowered at this time, and you've got much more clarity over how you're seeing things. You could get a lot of work done at this time and make a lot of progress at this time in your life. Let's see what's going on for your person or your situation. Okay, yeah, you've come through the dark times. I mean, this is just absolutely being reflected back to me in the cards. You've got the Moon card, which you went through. There was a situation that was getting you down. It was triggering you. You were lost. You didn't know what to do, right? It was painful. But this situation now is coming to light. It's coming to truth. The Tower card always represents the old falling away and the real truth being revealed. And it can be quite an uncomfortable process, but it basically means you are fully empowered now to step forward with a relationship or a situation, and it's just, I want to say, way more aligned for you than what your previous situation would have been. This card keeps coming out today. I'm going to shuffle again, but you have got the card, I can't stop thinking about you. There is a situation here that is really meant for you, okay? And it could be any situation, but it's confirmation that this situation that you have this vision for, it is meant for you, okay? I can't stop thinking about you. You've also got the card, it is now time for me to heal. It's time for me to heal now. So something is healing in your life, Leo, and it's freaking beautiful. We'll see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. There's so much happening for Leo at the moment, but you're ready for it. I just feel you're so ready for it. Your spirit guides are helping you to become content. So there you go. Contentment. Contentment, the vision, you're out of the other side of this really difficult time. Things are more clear. You're standing in your truth. Your boundaries will just be natural now because you've done the work. Okay, well done. That's all I've got to say, really. Right, we're going to go into Aries next. Let's go into Aries for the next few days for the weekend. Aries. Emotions. Look deep within your emotions. Okay. So this may mean that the next few days, you know, there's sort of like less movement, if you like. It might feel something is going a bit slower than you'd like, but it's because Spirit is helping you to release old emotions and also make sense of the emotions, the current emotions you do have. It's all a process of you getting to know yourself better so that you can align different situations so that they're properly aligned to the real you. So there's a lot going on here. We'll see what else is happening. So there's no rush with this. Anything to do with emotions is going to be very gradual, but it is the most effective work. You know, working with our energy is the best way to live. Rather than going out there and changing everything, you just change your energy, then everything will change. And that's what Aries is working on. So you've got a very good energy here. It's very mature. It's very stable. It's like your networks are really coming together for you. You know, it's like, I know I've got these networks of people or situations, and I know how they fit into my life, and they're kind of going to be there long term. So there's a nice stable feeling here. And you're also, again, you are taking time out. You've got the Four of Swords, which basically is a very wise energy because it means not rushing. It means allowing space to get in touch with yourself, and it will always end up with more wise actions that are more aligned for you. So, all right, the next few days or the weekend, you might think, oh, this certain things aren't moving forward quickly enough, but it's okay because this is going to be much more wise. I mean, I would say now at this point for people who are Aries in this soul family, or you've got Aries in your chart, you're now at a point whereby you don't have, you're not entertaining any silly games, and you haven't really got anyone in your life that is doing that to you, and you're not doing it to yourself. Like, you're just real. Let's see what's going on with your person or your situation. You've got the Queen of Wands, okay, and you've got the Judgment. So there is a situation here that's very attractive to you, and the situation's attracted to you as well. This is going both ways. There's something here that's meant for you, and it's got the Judgment card with it as well, which means a new chapter coming up. So somebody's making better judgments, somebody's making better decisions, and it's all marking a point whereby this person's more motivated, more aligned. It's meant for you. It's starting a new chapter. And so if there's a situation that you still aren't 100% confident about, I want to say these cards are confirming to me that this situation is meant for you, it is right for you, and all you've got to do is allow the space for it to unfold. I think there's a situation or a person that's very attracted to you, and you are attracted to it. I don't see anything changing here. I see a lot of stability here for you long term with this situation. Things are coming into a good alignment here. There could be a decision that goes in your favour. And somebody's saying here, I hid who I really am from you. And I think that's the energy I was talking about, that is like, I feel it's the energy of the past. I just don't see that here. I just feel, Aries, you're being really real. And that's why things in your life are just going to really start taking shape now. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Awareness. Yeah, you've got a higher level of awareness. That is a higher state of consciousness. So you don't get pulled into drama. You don't get pulled into games. You don't get confused. If you do sense anything like that, you pull back and you center until things do make sense. And then you make the right judgments going forward. And you are attracting that type of energy towards you that equally does the same. So that is fantastic. Right, we will go into Sagittarius. I've just finished my latte, my vanilla latte. I've got some lemonade here. I'm just going to pour that, if that's all right. Because I only used to bring one drink and then I'd be really thirsty by the end. So it's only taken me, freaking, was it 4 years? Well, definitely 3. But there you go. That's the journey we're on, isn't it? Learning how to look after ourselves better. Being more in tune with ourselves. Okay, so we're going into Sagittarius now for the next few days, for the weekend. Ooh. Okay, could be lots going on there. You've got the Enlightenment card. With enlightenment, there is no separation, and we recognise that we are one with the divine. Beautiful energy coming out of that card. So the next few days, the weekend, is all about you moving to a higher level of consciousness, a higher vibration. Also, being able to perceive situations and other people with clarity, but also being able to perceive yourself with clarity that you couldn't see before. It's very enlightening. It happened to me recently. I won't tell you exactly what happened. I'd have to put that in another video, but I had this moment of clarity and it was freaking amazing. It was like Spirit showed me something about myself that I could never see before, but it was so obvious. And I thought, God, everyone must know this about me. And I couldn't even see it myself. It was so funny. So, and I have Sagittarius in my chart. So there's this very enlightening time for you at the moment. You are realising so much about people and situations, but ultimately it's really a reflection of what you're learning about yourself. Now, you recently realised that you just want to be more rational, okay? You've got the Emperor, which is being more rational, seeing clearly, you know, choosing to stay in a conscious frequency rather than getting pulled into everybody else's frequency. Now, you've got the Four of Cups here. there could be a part of you that is a little bit disappointed, or a little bit feeling like fed up in some ways about certain things. And that often happens when we sort of see the truth of things, isn't it? You know, when we finally allow ourselves to see the truth, then obviously we may see some things that we didn't really like. But with the fours, what you're doing is you're cultivating a solid foundation now. You're more enlightened, you're more rational, you're cultivating a solid foundation for yourself. And what's going to come out of that is very wise. Something is going to be brought by spirit to you that is much more wise. Okay, but you may not be able to quite see it yet. You may be able to sense what it is. The energy around you here is interesting. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. There could be somebody here that does better with money later on in life, and they work and cooperate with people better as they get older. This person could be, like the shadow side of them is that they could be a bit materialistic or drawn to things in the physical realm, right? This person, I want to say, is trying to make good judgments. That is the epitome of the Queen of Pentacles, is the ability to make good judgments. And they've got the Lovers card as well, right? So this person, there's a sense of mystery in their life at the moment. There's a sense of the unknown. And it is really down to this person whether they take the higher road or the lower road. Now, I do feel with these cards, there's a strong chance this person will take the higher road. Let's have a look at what your person or your situation is thinking. I wish I could take back my words. Okay, so there is somebody here that is having some regrets. I think they value what they had with you, or they value what they had, and they're now kind of regretting things, and they've got to make the decisions, and they're kind of like, they could be delaying it a little bit, and they could be having a wobble about this. But I do feel this person will make the higher choice. Now, if it's a situation in your life, I want to say there's a very good situation here that could have, for some reason, not quite gone according to plan. It's still a bit mysterious at this point what's going to happen. But if you continue to stay in the state you're currently in, Sagittarius, which is very enlightened, that I am seeing, I feel this situation could come good for you. I feel a situation that really does look good on paper will end up being good for you. But there could have been some kind of delay, or something that was hadn't quite gone according to the plan. Let's have a look what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Okay, support. Oh, that's nice. Someone in spirit is supporting you, Sagittarius, at this time. And I don't think I need to say anything more about that, really. You are very supported. You are being brought up a level. And, you know, the most important thing to know is that you are stabilising in this frequency. You are actually stabilising. And something is going to get revealed to you that is very wise, very good. So keep doing what you're doing. I know it's a bit mysterious at the moment, but if you stay firm in this frequency with what you're doing, I feel something very good will come to you finally. Okay, so that's the message. I'm going to go into Scorpio next. Scorpio, for the next few days and the weekend. Boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. You know, you are basically the epitome of transformation in the tarot. And as you transform, as you become your true self, Your boundaries just are easy. But when you don't know yourself, when you're in the false self, like the karmic energy, you know, we come into this incarnation with a load of karma, and that confuses us as to who we are. So when we're in that state, we don't have any boundaries, or we can have very poor boundaries or confusing boundaries. But that's all really clearing up for you now, and you're seeing more clearly. You know yourself better than you ever have, and we'll see what else we've got here. Yeah, you've come into a much better balance. You have been creating a better balance within yourself, and you've been much more open to just receiving rather than chasing things or pushing things. You've been, you know, ready to receive, and you have been receiving. Money looks like it will be improving for you now, and you've got the World card, which hardly ever comes out. So something is really coming to completion for you. There's a new beginning here for you, and it's a very enlightened new beginning. Okay, you've been working towards a higher frequency in your life. You know, you've been clearing up the things that you knew were not aligned for you, and the karmic energy, you know, because we have to take responsibility for the karmic energy that we've got. We can't blame it on everyone else, can we? But you've been clearing all that up. You've been doing all that hard work. You know, you already created a solid foundation for yourself. You've been through the spiritual tests along the way, and you've recently come into a more balanced state, you know, and now it's like even things are getting even better for you with the World cards. I just think now there's no messing with you. You know, if you're Scorpio, you're in the soul family. Because I can only speak for the people in the soul family that watch this channel. The Scorpios, it's like, you know, something has come full circle within you, and now you've got the clarity. Now you are able to consistently stay in your true self and not get confused, not get pulled into dramas or conflicts or competition, you know, and it's fantastic. You are dealing with somebody or a situation that's very dynamic. They've got the Star card, the Death card. So they're kind of mirroring you. They may be a little bit behind you. This person knows what it needs to do, or it could be a situation. This situation knows what it needs to do. It's known it for quite some time, but it's had to go through some sort of change, some sort of transformation in order to sort of really come closer towards you. Okay, so there's something here aligning towards Scorpio. It's major because there's two major arcana cards. So this could be a relationship finally transforming into what it's meant to be for you. Or it could be another situation in your life that is finally transforming into what it's meant to be. But it feels like this has always been meant for you. It was written in the stars. And you're going to finally start seeing this happen. Yeah, your situation, it's time for me to heal now. All right. So there is a lot of healing going on. There is a lot of realigning. I feel you are laying the seeds or the foundations for that, you know, and like I said, you've already gone through building yourself up, going through the tests, and now you're coming out the other side, and you're able to consistently apply what you've learned. Your situation here, remember the external reality is always slightly behind our energy. Your situation is starting to catch up with you, okay? But there's still some big things going on there. So I would say patience is necessary because there is a lot going on in your environment that is starting to heal so that it can come into your alignment. But it has always been meant for you because of that Star card. I know this has always been meant for you. It could be a relationship. It could be another situation in your life. Okay, let's have a look at what your spirit guides are helping you with. You've got the card friendship. So there could be somebody in spirit that is like a friend to you, that is helping you, but also it's like Spirit is helping you to cultivate that friendship vibration within yourself and with people around you, which is a very unified energy. It's a very high frequency energy. When we can see people as our friends, you know, it's the purest type of relationship there is. So I just want to say, really, for Scorpio, that's quite a long reading for Scorpio, but there's just so much happening. And I want to say, for Scorpios in the soul family, I really do feel that you are more solid than you have ever been. So it is a new beginning for you now to come from that solid place within yourself. You know, your life is starting to grow from that solid foundation. Okay, so we're going to go into Pisces next. I'm just going to have a bit of my lemonade. Apologies for the noise. They're doing a lot of work. And I did say it's like a reflection of all the work we're doing. All of this work that's been going on here. Because everything's part of the reason, you know, and we're all part of this soul family. So, you know, it's ongoing work, isn't it? But it's really nearly complete. I mean, I don't think we can say we're, you know, ready to be fully enlightened, because that would be very far forwards, you know. But I do want to say there is definitely certain works that you've been doing that are finally coming into completion, and you can sense that, you know. So Pisces, your message is here: let go. Sometimes it is best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing, and you are becoming like the guru of that. Pisces in this soul family, you are becoming the guru of being very gentle and just, you know, when things aren't happening, rather than forcing, you just let go and you just allow. You do trust the universe more now. You do understand, and you are co-creating with the universe much more effectively. Yeah, you're becoming an expert, you know. You've been working at certain things in your life for quite some time now. And you know, you might not be an expert yet, but you're not far off. You are becoming very expertise at what you do in your life. And you've even got the skills. You know, the Knight of Swords represents having great skill and ability, right? So, you know, you are bossing it. You are totally slaying it in your life right now, Pisces. Let's see. You're just getting better and better at what you're doing here. And it could be in regards to a relationship. It could be in regards to lots of different things, I feel. The energy around you is all about taking their power back, okay? Somebody who felt wronged, who felt betrayed, or somebody who's felt let down, taking their power back and really becoming who they are. So you might be seeing this in multiple people around you, you know? And they're becoming more solid. They are standing in their power finally, but not in a bitter way. This is in a very beautiful way. This is somebody who's really starting to shine. And if there's a situation in your life that you're wondering about, it may have gone through a very wobbly phase. Now, it's right now at a point of things starting to really come into fruition. So watch this space, because you're about to see something really start to bloom in your life. And the good news is, I mean, you've got all the skills to just work with it, you know. Yeah, somebody's saying, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Okay, so basically what that means is you've got a situation here that is really coming good, and it is a situation that's meant for you. This is all meant to happen, and it was always supposed to happen this way, but it probably went through a very confusing or wobbly kind of time. And I feel that may have been difficult, but it did enable you to become very skilled in the process, right? And that's what obviously Spirit wants for us, isn't it? To help us grow our spiritual muscles. So You know, it's nice for you, I think, the next few days to see something in your life or certain people in your life finally, you know, something is finally really starting to come good here. There's probably still some scope. There's probably still quite a bit of scope for things to come together more. All right, I will say that. But it's a much nicer energy that is here. And I would say Spirit is saying to you to stay very positive at this time and just reflect on how far you've come and, you know, the expertise you do now have and the knowledge that you do now have. And the skill that you do now have that you didn't have before, you know. So the card that Spirit is bringing through, the message, is love, which is beautiful. So, yeah, the love frequency is basically Spirit. I mean, that is basically what Spirit is, love. So Spirit is saying let go. Let the universe work things out because it is divinely timed, and everything is happening through the frequency of love in your life at this time. So it is a gentle energy. We're going to go into Cancer next. Okay, so let's see what we get for Cancer. I'm sending you lots of love wherever you are on Gaia. We have got noise here again. You know, there's so much going on for us in this soul family. It's unreal. And it's like just so many things in your life are just progressing at this time, improving. It's probably requiring a lot of work on your part. They're saying that you have got to be receptive. Rather than pushing things, it is just doing the work each day. Just, you know, just doing what you can do each day, and that's it. You don't have to do any more than that, because as long as you do what you need to do in this very moment, on this day, and that sometimes that can just literally be just getting off your sofa from one end of the room to the other, you know. Sometimes that's just like literally self-care or just doing some chores, you know, whatever it can be, because whatever your highest frequency is, that's where you're at, and that means you're showing Spirit that you are rising, you see, and that's how this soul family works. That's how we work. Now you've also got the bond card. A love bond grows stronger over time. Everything for Cancerians in this soul family is starting to grow stronger, you know, and we don't have to force it or rush it. It's happening. Let's see what else we're getting. There's certain things that Cancerians in this soul family are going to be receiving, and you don't have to worry about that. You know, you've got the Empress card. I really couldn't plan this. That is all, you know, the Empress is the receiver. She's the mother of the tarot. She receives and is the vessel for Spirit. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles as well. The next few days, the weekends, you are just shining. You are ready to receive so much. And you've got such a good bond with Spirit. You've got such a good bond with yourself now. No matter what's going on around you, you're staying centered. You know, you don't get so reactive anymore. You don't get so worried anymore. You're staying centered with Spirit, with yourself. You know, it's been quite a recent development for us. It's been quite recent that we're more able to stand in our power and not get reactive. And it just feels like that's just going to keep growing now, okay? We're just going to keep getting stronger and stronger and more abundant as well. There's somebody connected to you who finds it challenging, okay? They've got a very similar energy to you in the sense that they are very empowered, okay? It's a singular energy, you know, like the Empress. Now, the Empress is a singular energy because she is a, you know, a woman in her own right. Now, it doesn't matter what gender or sexuality you are. It's just showing that the maturity, the spiritual maturity to stand in your power, to receive what Spirit gives to you and always make it into the best, you know, and stay vibrationally aligned no matter what's going on around you, because a lot goes on around the Empress, but she still maintains that level of maturity and vibration. And it's a similar energy that your person or your situation has got, although it did switch around into the challenge position, and the 9 of Pentacles is not quite as strong as the Empress, okay? So I want to say to you that there's a situation in your life that is improving. It is coming into its own. It is coming into its abundance, and it's starting to find a more solid foundation. It could be a person or a situation. It's going to bring forth abundance, and this situation is really getting ready to grow. It's got the same energy as you. Do you see? So can you see how you are manifesting? Can you see how you are laying the ground for this? Because you are showing the universe that you are now ready, that you can do this, you know, that you can stay centered no matter what's going on around you, stay in the highest frequency that you can consistently. I mean, we all have days, like I had a bit of a mad day yesterday and I could tell I was going a bit addictive again, but even though it was going on, I knew I was centered in myself, you know, and I didn't get too pulled out. Now, so your energy is starting to reflect out, and over the weekend you could receive an opportunity, and it feels like this opportunity is just meant for you. It's like boom, it comes together, you know. It's the same energy. There's something very much aligned to Cancerians here that could happen in the next few days. It could be with somebody or a situation that has been going through a bit of a shaky time but is now finding its feet. Yeah, look at that. The timing just wasn't right for us. So it was shaky. It was challenging. But this is getting ready. This situation in your life is getting ready to really, really grow and really shine. Just like you. You know? Spirit is watching us all the time. Not watching, but sensing our vibrational frequency. And there's something about Cancerians in this soul family that we're finally coming into a much more centered frequency and are able to maintain it for longer periods of time. You know, and so this is now a really good starting point for us to just keep growing, keep becoming more abundant, keep getting more healthy now. And likewise for your person or your situation. So you know, you've got the receptive card. So I would say the next few days, get ready to receive something. You've been laying the ground for it. Oh, look at this. Your spirit guides are giving you hope. So, you know, they're just basically reaffirming that something is growing stronger and stronger over time. You're growing stronger over time, and there could be a relationship or a situation that is also growing stronger over time, and they're just saying, you know, all you've got to do really is receive it, because that's what the Empress does. She lays the foundations and then she just receives, you know. She doesn't force anything, she doesn't rush anything. And that's what you're going to be doing, you're going to be receiving. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace. Thank you so much for sticking with me, because I know it's been crazy here with all these building works, but it is interesting because we're going through so much evolving as a family, soul family, and I love hearing your stories and reading the comments as well. If you want to book in for a reading, you're very welcome. Just contact me, you know. I do a 10-minute voice note reading. If you haven't had a reading with me before and you're a bit nervous or you don't know or money situation, you can book in for the 10-minute voice note reading, that's fine. Or you can book in for an hour or a 40-minute reading. Or we can look at your birth chart together, your astrology chart, and I will look at the whole chart, but I do zone in on a couple of areas that Spirit showed me to work with that really helps uncover your blocks or any confusion that you might have, just so that you have real clarity over how to deal with a certain situation in your life if you've got a certain situation that is difficult, okay? So that's kind of how I work, and like I said, I'm sending you love across Gaia. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up because it does help it get out across YouTube. Lots of love.